Today, Precarious plays
Magic Pengel.
It's really frustrating because he's cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Some of his doodles have weapons, and the only way to rationalize the difference in HP is that he also has, like, the ink cap that goes along with having weapons unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fighting an uphill battle to begin with, and the fact that it keeps coming down to, like, the last move of the last two doodles means that... So if I'm getting that close with an uphill battle, it's reasonable to expect that if things were actually equal, then I would just win, you know?
Gonna come down to this last thing. Again.
But I think that's it. Okay, now we can start the episode. Because our, Eldritch Nightmare...
You're good, and I respect your skills.
Shut up. Into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the water. Find the tallest cliff and introduce yourself to the water.
I love Eldette.
Yeah, I feel guilty because she didn't get a proper introduction. But you were like, I don't really have any ideas for what to do with Rawdat. And then I said, I do!
Yeah.
And made that.
Yeah, I was like, mess around, and I left. And then I came back to this. Great, now we have to upgrade all of our doodles again. Actually, you know what? That's the best part of this, so I shouldn't complain, but it is depressing to upgrade all of your doodles just to have it not matter.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why layer-based editing tools would have been much superior, because then you could either go in and make certain parts larger to accommodate the new ink cap.
Yeah.
Or you could reduce them slightly to make room for a whole new part. They needed to be more robust, is the point. The other thing that I would recommend is divorcing some of the... Like, it's interesting, right? Being able to make this doodle and then have that essentially be alchemized, synthesized into a mechanical, to an expression of the mechanics is interesting, but it's also really frustrating having art coupled to mechanics. So it probably should have been like half of your spells are determined by your drawing, and now there's a cutscene.
How can we get the gold now? We're running out of time.
Quiet. I'm trying to think.
I really thought we were going to be able to get the gold.
Don't give up. We can still do it.
Zoe, you always say stuff like that just to make me feel better.
No, I don't.
Liar. What about Daddy's lamb being taken by the kingdom?
I had to. If I told you the truth, you would do nothing but cry.
No, I wouldn't.
As he cries.
I don't like you, Zoe.
Be quiet, silly Taro. Grow up, dummy. Crybaby.
And then I think she was just trying to prove her point. It's not cool.
Shouldn't you go after him?
Nah. He'll just keep crying and crying.
I'm going to go look for Taro. How about you? Are you coming?
Nah, man, I got some doodle stuff to take care of. Maybe later.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Is it really spoilers?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we should just cover them all now.
I want you to show. Okay, let's see Eldet.
Yeah.
Whenever Eldet is charging, they look like this, and I think it's super cute.
Mm-hmm.
This like lie down crabby pose. But look at all the motions. It's so beautiful.
So here's a great example, right? I've got a problem where I ran out of darkened regular ink, so I used coral to kind of make the rear tentacles longer.
Yeah.
It would be really easy to extract those if I could just go to whatever layer they were on.
Yeah.
But I can't do that. I have to delete down until they are gone. But I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna do this instead. I'm just gonna use the last little bit of ink that we got. And I see, like,
Do you
it's
want to
not-
give a weapon part?
No, because there are no arms.
Does the weapon have to go on an arm?
Probably.
Could we just make part of the spiral galaxy behind the head a weapon part?
But I don't actually know. So here's the thing about the editor, like the parts that I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they matter. I don't think they matter at all, because whenever I actually started testing them after doodling them, Eldet here was doing incredible damage, right? This is a body. This is a head. Everything else is just a soft part. And all of this back here, it's either a hard part or a rotate part with some design on it. That little like arcane portal sphere.
Yeah.
No arms, no legs, no wings. None of the advanced parts. And is still regularly like, I'm pretty sure Eldet was the first doodle I made that did 3 digits worth of damage. Did like 208 after a charged attack.
Yeah.
And whenever that happens, it's just sort of like, okay, so nothing matters. And I should just do the doodles that I want and forget about the stats.
And just use up all the ink.
Yeah, just use all of the ink and hope that that is enough.
Another thing that I wish from the editor, even though parts don't seem to matter particularly,
Yeah.
I would like to be able to change a part I drew to a different part. Like, sometimes I'll do a soft part and realize that I really wanted a wiggle part.
Or like being able to sub out an arm or a wing.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, so I'm actually still shaking a little bit from the last battle.
How many times did we have to do that battle, and how many times did it get to literally the last move?
We won on the 3rd try, but it's just the obnoxious little quips that they have at the end of the battle. I'm really susceptible to that kind of goading. And I'm furious. I'm trying to work through it by just calmly talking about design stuff, but I am livid. I am so mad at this experience right now. You know?
Yeah. That's why I'm kind of starting to hate this game, because it's
but some
bait and switch.
Some smarmy individual rolling up and calmly saying, "You need to practice more," when we're just rolling dice. Yeah, let me go home and practice my die rolling technique. Let's see how far that gets me, you know?
I think that Rawdet needs maybe a third eye on the forehead. Made of laser. Could you give them a weapon part? A third eye that's open?
That's not how it works. It's whenever they say weapon, I'm pretty sure they mean sword or spear. Yeah, creates weapons that can be attached on the arms.
No arms available. Okay, fine.
But I will, in an effort to use more ink.
Like an open eye.
No. Just a third happy eye.
Looks cool.
So divorcing some of the art from the mechanics. Here's the pitch, right?
Yeah.
In addition to being able to draw doodles, and I know that not all of the ink is used there, but I'll resolve it some other time.
Mm-hmm.
It would be great if, in addition to the doodles giving like a lot of the base stats and a couple techniques on this page, a couple skills, if then there were also like scrolls or tablets or some object, right? That you would sketch on that never should, they were only in the menus, right? And every doodle, you would equip them with a couple of these to finish them off.
Yeah. So like in, is it Okami?
What about Okami?
Well, you know how you draw symbols in Okami and that lets you do the moves?
Yeah.
Well, what if you had like a scroll for every doodle and then you had to draw a certain symbol? Excuse me, my voice is rumbly. You had to draw a certain symbol to get it to do a certain kind of move, and you only had so much space on that paper.
I'm not even thinking something that intuitive. I'm saying that these... Here, who has... Wow, they were actually... I didn't realize they were so low on ink. I must have messed something up. Yeah, because they still had a lot of ink left. So ignore these nerds, right? Pretend like you just have a square, right? Pretend like this is just a square that you have, and the game is like, this is your doodle's soul, right? So you have like the doodle body that you draw in this editor, but then you have these little scrolls or tablets or something, like stone tablets, I mean. Ceramic tablets. And this is where you draw your doodle's spirit. And it could be like really simple and chunky, and it's all just secretly based on the percentage of the colors that you use. So it really is a situation where it does not matter at all what you're drawing, and if you want to be really organic about it, you can just go in. Like it's all the design tool functionally. Yeah. So if you go in and it's like, I'm gonna draw
a happy soul.
I'm gonna draw a happy face
in red,
just like this, right?
Yeah.
And then you do some eyebrows, and then maybe you, I don't know, give them a tongue.
I think Razma will be upset that you graffitied his shop.
No, this is just a square. Just pretend that it's a square. So then the game will analyze the percentage of the ink that you use, and it just gives you, it's very repeatable and regimented, and you could go online or you could find like recipes in the game where it's that same kind of thing that this game already has, where it's like, if you have a doodle that's mostly red, you'll get this skill.
Right.
But it's this very impersonal mechanically driven. I'm just gonna fill out this little like 3x3 grid with color and get a move very deliberately that I can attach to one of my doodles.
Yeah. And I think that sounds good. However,
Yeah.
I think that the real problem, I cannot imagine that there's no rubber banding at this point. Like, I am convinced.
I don't think any of these are actually arms. So can I attach a weapon to it? No, weapons can only go on arms, and none of these are arms.
No one has arms.
And you know why none of these are arms?
Because the arms are stupid.
Yeah, because the arms always bend in a very particular way, and it wasn't making for good art.
Put a little tiny arm on the end of a tentacle. Can you do that? Like a very small...
Like, I was gonna be really cheeky and just go in and just give all of us knives. Just to express how...
Just the mood, just for the mood.
And, but now that would be a huge pain to do. Let me,
Can you put an arm on there? Yes. Okay. Perfect. I'll just wear gloves. Little socky caps. See, that doesn't look bad.
It doesn't look great because it keeps bending
We'll
itself.
just put the knife over it. No one will notice.
I mean, I guess it's not too terribly noticeable.
Let's just try out those blades of fury. This is where we are now, everyone. We're drawing knives. This is the mood. This is the current mood. You intend that to be an arm?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm still frazzled.
I don't normally doubt, but...
Okay, so we're just gonna give it a nice little handle. There we go, and now we're in the nice straight line one. Are we at the end of an episode?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, I'm gonna resolve this now.
Okay, I would like to request a chef's knife.
That's sort of what I was going for.
Okay. I mean, if we're gonna be... I'd like... Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'll have to see. Why?
Why is it all the
that?
way over there? Okay, what does that look like? Stupid. Wonderful. All right, we'll
Okay.
just come back.